Hey everyone, welcome to the Plumbers of Data Science podcast. I'm your host, Andreas Kretz, and I'm a data engineer. We're going to talk about data engineering on this podcast. Now, I have done this podcast for many years, but always on and off. And I decided okay, let's do this podcast. Every week I'm going to put one out. And we are going to talk about data engineering. I'm also going to try to get people on here to talk about data engineering, to talk about that are data engineers, to talk about what they like, what they do, what they don't like at the job, and how they got the job. I think that is something that is very interesting to you and to me as well, and can really help us all on this journey. Now, I'm doing this offline. I'm going to do a recording here always. This is not going to be live because I had the problem in my latest live streams for some time when I do a live stream that I'm always looking at the chat. I'm looking at the chat. I'm thinking about the chat. What are they doing? How can I please the chat? How can I create more interaction in the chat? And especially when I have guests, I always get distracted and look at the chat, and then I can't really focus on them. So I'm going to record this. You're going to find this podcast on all podcast platforms, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever. You can also find this on YouTube, on my Andreas Kretz channel. I'm going to put the recording, and write a comment there. Let me know what you think always. It's very appreciated to see what you think, to maybe help someone who is here, or when I have open questions, to help beginners if you're an experienced one, or to answer a question from someone. Yeah. Today's topic, the first topic of the new podcast, is like, what are so many students missing to achieve success? The answer is very easy, but I want to get to it step by step. Now, what I see all the time is people are complaining. They're complaining, man, I can't find a data engineer job. It's so difficult. I don't know what to learn. And they ultimately don't get through it. They don't find the data engineer job. And then they say, no, the problem is like Andreas' Academy. The problem is that certification is worthless. The problem is people are only searching for senior jobs or experienced job, and I'm a beginner. It's always the same thing. Now, from my experience, there is one thing that sets the students or the people apart who are whining, who didn't do this, or who can't get the job, to the others who are successful. And I've seen this in the academy. I've seen this in my coaching sessions. I'm seeing this everywhere. And the biggest factor is, are you motivated enough to go through it, to stay at it, to work through the process, to ultimately get the goal? That is the most important thing. And I've seen this in the academy, or when I did the coaching. I had students, they weren't really super good. They needed a lot of work. They needed to do a lot of working through the projects. They needed a lot of help from me. But ultimately, they got the job because they kept at it. They went through the 3 months. They worked through the project. They did the documentation, and they tried hard, right? Others stopped coming by. I'm going to take a week off because I need to do this. I'm going to take another week off because I need to do this. Oh man, it's so hard. It's so difficult. I'm so far behind. Can we quickly do the CV so I can apply? This doesn't work, right? I have my data engineering academy. We have 30 courses in there. That is far more that you need to get a job. We have a successful job application course in there with tips on how to apply to jobs, with the CV template that you need to fill out. We have our Discord channel or server where we have individual channels where people can come in, can ask questions. All of this, and people are not using it. People are not motivated enough. People slack around. And that is the most important thing. So keep at it. Work on your progress. Go step by step. I know there are some times where you are not motivated, where you think, oh, this, I can't see it anymore. It doesn't make, I can't do it anymore, and I want to quit. But keep going. Like I did the same thing when I went to university and did my diploma. I wasn't a great student. I didn't get A's all the time, but I decided I want to do this. I want to get through this. I want to get my diploma, and then I worked my ass off to this. Also, I had a learning buddy, Franzi, who also wanted to go through this. She wanted to finish this, and we basically picked each other up when we were down, and we basically went through this and motivated us, and that was what worked for me. So, and people can do this. You can do this if you're in the academy or if you're on social media. Like, try to find someone, talk with someone, write something in the Discord, write something on social media. People will come, people will help, people will start a discussion. But the main thing is you never give up. Never give up. It's the one thing I want to give you today. I want to remind you that you can do it. It's not going to be easy. Of course, it is not going to be easy. Like, if it would be easy, everybody could do it. But if you set your mind to it, if you have the motivation to go through it, you know it's going to be difficult, but you're going to do it. You're going to take a few courses. You're going to document the courses. You're going to change out the data sets. You're going to try it on your own. You're going to learn more. You're going to basically grow through this. You're writing applications. You're sending out applications. That's what you need to do. Right? Of course, you're going to get rejected. That is completely normal. Everybody has that. But never give up. And just do it. Okay, that's it for today. I don't want to keep you here long. This is the first episode. So the only thing that sets people apart, are they willing to get through this? Are they have the motivation to keep going? Because work, as Gary Vee says, if you don't know Gary Vee, look him up. Work is the variable for success, and it is really that way. So keep that in mind. Work is the variable of success. And I even put this on our whiteboard this week. So that's a motivational thing for today or for the week. Work is the variable of success. And then thanks for being here. Let me know in the comments on YouTube what you think. And we are going to meet then next week for another podcast. So, see ya.